going to the library. Canadian Scout, how dare you going to the library? That's it. Open. Oddawaj hajs, ciulu.
For Don, but John gave us rehab instead. Yep, 6 months and 2 days on the wagon.
I saw a startup who's also doing that with headphones. Dysonics is doing that, and they use it to put the band in front of you audioly instead of in the middle of your head. And so as you turn your head, the band stays in the same place.
So that's correct. So one of the things that we've done with it already is, you're right, with kind of the immersive big can style headset, is the ability, even if you think in terms of listening to a symphony, interestingly enough, as I move my head, you know, the violins aren't supposed to flail around. The violins are supposed to stay there, and the clarinets are supposed to stay over here. Interestingly enough, with a headset that keeps them in the same spot, you know, it's a much more realistic experience. The right thing is occurring. You
can see why this would be important in a conference room.
Hugely.
A virtual conference room. I want you to stay in the same spot. I don't want you moving around as I move my head around. Because audio cues, where a voice is coming from, really tells you helps you figure out who's talking.
Bingo. So first of all, then you can spatially place more people and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's also removing some of those things that tell you this isn't real. You know, when I'm moving around from place to place in the middle of a call, it's another subtle cue to your brain that that this is a remote situation, not a... We live apart, town.
Disappointed in us in that loss. And you know, the other two losses I didn't think was versus Tampa, New Orleans, you know, it's two of the better games in terms of moving the ball. I mean, to go in a game where you don't punt once, to go in another game where you're averaging almost 8 yards a play. I mean, I don't look at those as, man, we're struggling. I look at it as frustrating because you're moving the ball, but you don't have the points to show for it. So you look at, why don't you score those points? And we look into all that stuff, and I think in two of those games, a lot of that mainly was turnovers. It wasn't so much San Francisco game. We got to get better, and we got to get better in every aspect. You're either getting better or worse, and our goal is to get better. And you guys are right. When you don't score enough points, it means you're getting worse. But I've been in games where you can't do anything, and I haven't felt like that at all this year. It's more like, oh man, just let's get back out there. We'll get this going. But we've had a few setbacks, and the main thing is don't panic, be confident in what you're doing, and keep just working to get better. And usually when you do that, the rest takes care of itself.
Oh, one last thing. What is, you talked about no huddle, and you said whatever, if it comes up, it comes up. What is the challenge when you have an inexperienced center when it comes to no huddle?
When you're going fast all the time, it can mess up the defense, but that can really mess up the offense too. I feel pretty confident when we know where people are and we can block people that we're going to have a pretty good running game. When we don't know where people are and they're all over the place.
Entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
I've talked to him about that before, and he says he senses that somebody's an entrepreneur. And I'm sensing that with you, that you're seeing the world in a much different way than most people that I interview.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where I get it, if I even have it yet. I don't know if I have it. I could totally be talking like.
No, but I like some of your points, like think about small things, right? That's a very, very smart way to get to the next step. Don't try to solve the world's problems. Solve just something easy.
Yeah, I think one of the things that really helped was the fact that I'm not really from the Valley, so I don't really think big all the time, and I'm not a fan.
The Valley doesn't think big all the time either. I think we've got
I've never really experienced like an echo chamber before, so I think the biggest thing is that you can't really assume too much, right? Which is like when. The problem, like the reason a lot of things don't exist yet is because people assume they can't exist, right? They think it's impossible when it's really not. And I've kind of moved around so much that all my assumptions have like gone out the window, where I've never really had any. Like I was born in New York, but when I was 4 I moved to Hong Kong. After a year I moved to Singapore. After like a few years I moved to London. After 3 I moved back to Singapore. I was there for another 3 years. I moved to LA. I was there for a semester, and then I moved to Palo Alto. That I was there for 8 months or something, and then moved up to the city, which is San Francisco, which is where I live now.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
В фильме «Бадминтон».
А так, мужик, нам нужно срочно найти телок. Это сложновато, нам никто не дает. Даже телки из Пароуза-Путхита сначала не хотели. Пришлось им айпады купить с сучкам. А нужно телок, у которых татухи на заднице. О, да, спортсменок. Да-да. Погоди, а как это связано? Я же говорю, телок-спортсменок, только с татухой на жопе. Ну просто так. Ха, татуха на жопе. Ага, в виде гамбургера. Съел бы такую котлетку. Так, давай думать, кого любят тёлки. Эдварда из «Сумерек». Кого? Ну, Эдварда, чувак такой бледный. Не, погоди, это не катит. А чё это? Не, это в первой серии нового сезона Бивиса и Батхеда было. Кого? А эти уебаны даже не похожи на нас. Какие? Тёлки любят негров. Гуталин? О, да! Хотя, погоди, они и спортсменов еще любят. Точно. Да-да, мускулистых таких. Но про гуталины ты не забывай, прикольная идея. Ну что, запишемся в качалку? Не, слишком тяжело. Нужно легкий какой-нибудь халявный спорт, такой, чтобы младенец даже мог. А российский футбол? Нет, там немного бегать нужно, у меня дыхалка слабенькая. Ой, я придумал! Пинг-понг! Не, нужно что-то гораздо круче, ты понимаешь, гораздо. Бадминтон? Точно! Он вроде даже олимпийский вид спорта. А как тёлки узнают, что мы стали спортсменами? О, давай ролик замутим, где мы говорим типа: «Эй, тёлки, мы спортсмены». О, точно. Вот только нам нужно будет украсить чем-то нарезку. Вот только чем? Да, медвежонок, да, отличная идея с этой песенкой, крутую нашел. Какой песенкой? О, давай еще скажем, что у него Гагарин играл, стопудово прокатит.
You need money for the meter, money for the toll. Don't turn on the heater, daddy's on the door. They tell me that the devil pays good money for your soul. We don't got no dough. Tell me there's a dollar in the pocket of your jeans. Need money for the baby, the bacon and the beans. I'd buy you a dozen roses, but I just don't have the means. Don't got no dough. Sorry, Mr. Landlord, I cannot pay the rent. Run down to the bank and ask them where my money went. Then come back and tell me just who overspent. Mister, let me tell you, I blame the government.